Imagine never again having to sacrifice either the artistic quality and integrity of your piece or the well-being of yourself and your collaborators. Picture yourself this year in all the upcoming projects that you're having the best collaborations you've ever had, where all the artists involved feeling excited, inspiring, feeling like they grew and they created their best art with you. And in 5 years, picture yourself having assembled a really strong and cohesive group of artists that work really well together and that have created kind of like a signature look and feel of your pieces, and that they prioritize working with you over other projects because they feel like they can create their best art in the collaborations that you're having together. Now, I know that's not easy, and particularly because as choreographers, we have a very specific juggling thing to do, which is, in one hand, we need to have our attention outwards towards the artist in the room, leading them, facilitating them, looking after them. But in the other hand, we also have to have our attention inwards towards us as artists, because we have to dig deep and really do some work on ourselves in order to find something worth sharing. So that juggling is really specific and is something that we need to be aware of, but also find a way of doing it. So when and how and with what support do you learn to do that? Are you going to learn it in the process, in the 2 or 3 weeks of your project in which you're dealing with everything else? Are you going to see what happens? I think that's too risky. I think the time in the studio is too precious, and I think you cannot be under pressure to learn these skills. And the cost of the lack of leadership is really high. It can lead to burnout, it can lead to frustration, lack of communication. It can even lead to mental health problems and injuries. So, people that manage others in any other profession, they are already using the wealth of research and tools that exist, that, sociologists, ethnographers, and scientists in general have done on how to manage and lead other people better. And why are we not doing it? Why are we not benefiting from that? Maybe it's because when we see a leadership course coming up, we think that it's more for organizations and it's not for ourselves. But the reality is that we do manage groups of 10, 20 people at a time. That's why I created a course that is specific for the needs and the reality that we face as independent choreographers. Because taking ownership of our leadership position means that, it's more than just directing. It means that we can create an environment where everybody can thrive, us and the other artists that we're working with. And I understand these challenges because I am a choreographer myself. I've seen it many times. And I also felt it was very important to consult with other artists. So through the Rethinking Leadership Conversations, I've spoken with over 40 artists. I've also had many meetings with The Place, with One Dance UK, with Equity, with Cheese and Hell, to really fit into this unique course. So just to describe a little bit the structure of the course, it's a 6-week course that is all happening online, and it starts with self-discovery, which is the kind of the most important thing when being a leader. And we will be guided by Isabel Mortimer, and she will help us understand our strengths, our weaknesses, our triggers, and also our leadership style, both the one that we have when we are calm and the one that we have when we're stressed. Then the week after, we will delve into basic legal knowledge. That is really important to have because, we could get into a lot of trouble if we don't do things right, because we are employing people. And that's delivered by Equity Dance Official, Lottie's Stables, and by One Dance UK CEO, Andrew Hurst. On week 3, we will cover creating a structure of care that can really support the well-being of yourself and your collaborators to not only keep healthy physically and mentally, but also have the conditions to create your best art by being able to access the part of your brain that I was talking in the last video that really connects to problem solving and creative thinking when you are emotionally regulated. On week 4, we will delve into studio dynamics and learning when to focus our attention outwards, when to focus our attention inwards, how to engage with the team, and make sure that we're communicating effectively so that we're able to integrate the different needs in the room. And I will lead that session based on my experience as choreographer, but also as a dramaturg. On week 5, we will look at constructive conflict and learning how to resolve disputes that might arise in the creation process creatively, turning challenges into opportunities for growth, for learning. And this is an incredible opportunity to be working with Dana Kaspersen. If you don't know her, go check her out and read her books, Changing the Conversation and Conflict is an Opportunity, which are best-selling books. So she's a really sought-after specialist in conflict engagement. And finally, on our last week, we will look into strategies for the future, and Vicky Igbokwe, it will help us set realistic goals and strategies to prevent burnout and to establish the longevity and sustainability of our career, which is really important. So, okay, you might be thinking, how much of my time will this require? So it's only 4 hours a week. 2 of them are just for you to go over material in your own time. This will be podcasts, articles, or TED Talks or videos that are on the subject of each week, and an exercise that you will do in your own time whenever is good for you. And then we will have a 2-hour session with a specialist of each week, which will happen Friday first thing in the morning so that you can carry on with your working day afterwards. But if you can't attend, these sessions will also be recorded and available to watch for 3 months after that. So I've made it work with the reality of our freelance, changes in the work schedule. And, maybe you're still thinking, oh, maybe, I'm really busy in this period. Can I really afford the effort or the time that this course takes? And the answer is, can you not do? I mean, remember the high cost of not having efficient or effective leadership. It will lead to burnout, high turnover, stale creative processes. Another concern might be, will this really work for me? And again, this goes back to this idea that there are so many leadership courses out there, but that this course is really specific for us. And, I've worked in the dance industry since I was 6. I have witnessed over 60 creative processes. I've talked to 40 or more artists about this, and everybody is just saying, this is so needed, and this is a fantastic lineup of speakers, and this will really create a change, which is what I'm passionate about. I really want us to do this better. And your last reservation can be, how much will it cost? Because you have all these kind of really amazing, glowing speakers. The course only costs £150. Yes, that's right. And if you book within the first 5 days, if you book from the 26th to the 30th of September, you get an early bird offer of only £100 for 6 weeks. And if you are on low income and benefits, the place has given us some money to support 5 places at a reduced price of £50 only, and those are on a first come first serve basis. And the reason why I've kept this so affordable is because I'm really adamant that everyone that wants to invest in their leadership can, and that it's not an issue with the money, and that you really are able to take this fantastic opportunity that we can all learn from. And you know, having said that, someone once said it's not about the price, it's about whether people feel like that it's the right investment for their career. And I think by now you know that it will come back to you in the form of better work, in the form of better functioning teams, and in the form of a more fulfilling career, which I think are, equally important to us because what we do is out of passion, right? So if you're ready to enroll, good news, the bookings are now open and the link is in the notes below. And if you're ready to come with us and commit to leading with vision and purpose, we will be so excited to have you. And now I just want you to take a moment, again, a little bit of a self-reflection exercise to tell us or leave in the comments what has been the biggest challenge that you have faced in your leadership journey, or maybe you can mention several. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts, because again, I think one of the most important parts of Lead and Create is also building this supportive community around us. And if you're ready to take the final step towards transforming your leadership, you can sign up to our mailing list and you can enroll in the course. And together we can create a much more supportive and inspiring environment to work with. Are you ready?